All right, let's talk about this one. Everybody's seen this video. If you haven't seen it, this is a Chesapeake, Virginia chop house that, of course, another public fight.
Somebody break it up.
This is sad, y'all.
My sister Circles and I were out celebrating our Friendsgiving. We arrived at the restaurant. Shortly after arriving, we only had time to give drink orders.
This is the fight right there. So 9 women were asked to leave this steakhouse, and apparently the 9 women had nothing to do with the 2 women fighting. One thing I'm tired of seeing us fighting in public. And when I say us, I mean us. And so many of it I see are women.
That fight happened inside of Cork and Bull Chop House. After things settled down, a group of other women who were not involved in the fight were told they had to leave the establishment, a statement they feel was made based on the color of their skin. What was supposed to be a night of fellowship for this group of women
Turned into a night of hurt, embarrassment, and pure humiliation.
The 9 women had chosen to have a Friendsgiving dinner at Cork and Bull.
We only had time to order our drinks, and a fight broke out between 2 African-American women that had nothing to do with us.
Somebody break it up.
So I think what happened is that the 9 women, all African-American, all black women sitting, there was another fight between 2 other black women that happened not too far from them. And I think that they were filming it because based on the video, it looks like one of the people at the table with the 9 women were filming these 2 women fighting. The restaurant must have thought and assumed that these 9 women were with these other 2 women, making it a party of 11, but it was only a party of 9, right? After that, these 2 women got kicked out, and then the one of the employees also kicked out the 9 women. And when the 9 women were asked, why are you guys kicking us out? Is the steakhouse closed? He said, no, y'all like to fight, meaning y'all black women like to fight. The 9 women are now filing a lawsuit against the Cork and Bull Chop House, obviously for discrimination because they assumed that these black women were involved with these 2 black women and kicked them out.
Video of the altercation. The 9 women say it happened between guests at a table that was across the room.
Booty and titties all over the place. And this is a steakhouse. Like, what could have happened to make you get into a fight like this? People getting into fights publicly over anything. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? I guess these 2 women, I'm assuming they came together because I don't know what other party they were with.
The 2 women seen throwing blows ultimately left before authorities arrived. But somehow restaurant staff thought these 9 women who were still inside were somehow involved and told them to leave too.
So I asked why. And he responded saying, because you all like to fight. And they made us leave and get up in front of all the other patrons in the restaurant.
We were really in like a negative spotlight at that moment, and it was all eyes on us. It was very embarrassing.
The 9 ladies are now pursuing legal action. Their lawyer sat down with us.
Just because you have employees that might have made a bad judgment one night, that could turn into 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights. It has to stop.
The 9 women should definitely sue the steakhouse. The steakhouse made an assumption and assumed that these women were part of the group, part of the 2 women fighting, which was dumb. I think that the first thing the manager or whoever told them to get out should have asked the women if they were with these people. If the women said, we don't know these people, you know what I'm saying? They were just fighting next to us. Then the manager should have let them stay, obviously. So kicking them out was like, it was just a rage point of what you would call, what everybody calls black fatigue. And the manager was probably obviously not black and was like, listen, y'all like to fight, get the F out, right? And I think that was the wrong thing to do. Now, the frustration with seeing women fight, particularly our women, is nasty work to me. I'm tired of seeing it too, but that manager should have thought twice, because now these women have a legitimate reason to sue them, and I think they should. Now, the flip side of the coin, or the other part of the conversation for me, is that we got to figure out a way to really address why we have so many grown women fighting each other. And I can't statistically say that it's just black women, but I see a lot of stuff online that is really disappointing to me, really disappointing as a black man, to see so many sisters out here brawling in restaurants, brawling over nothing, and I think, like I said, men fight too, but men don't fight quite as easily, at least men who are somewhat level-headed, because, when men fight over anything, they can die. But women obviously slick talk each other, and, it's cool to yap back and forth and people have their little smart comments, but to be brawling in a steakhouse, it's just, I see so much of this online. And unfortunately, these 9 women got caught up in the twist. And again, I think a lot of it came, and again, it's not their fault. I'm just saying that I think they were filming the women. And because they were filming the women, they looked like they were probably involved. And obviously, the steakhouse, it looked like all the patrons were white, and they were probably the only black patrons besides the 2 women fighting, so they just assumed they was all together.
The women say the restaurant staff has not reached out to provide an apology or update.
All 9 of these ladies were treated more harshly than the 2 people who were actually engaged in the misdemeanor action.
Their lawyer says they want accountability and justice.
We can say this is discrimination. We can say this violates the Equal Protection Clause. They have said enough is enough, and we're not going to take it.
Treat your customers with dignity and respect.
Listen, 1 black person or 2 black people are not the representation of all black people, obviously, right? But I say that to say that I would be embarrassed if I'm in a steakhouse and it's, we're the only black patrons for the most part, and then you have a group of women fighting like this. It's embarrassing. I probably wouldn't even want to be in there anymore, to be honest with you. And this behavior is, again, it's just something that's way out of control. We can pretend like it doesn't happen, but there's so much online of women pulling each other's hair, our sisters pulling each other's hair, throwing themselves around Waffle Houses, steak houses, the grocery store, the convenience store, the 7-Eleven, you name it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Crucial Convo.